So excited to see the turnout for this year's event. I think there's about 178 folks registered this year, which is a significant increase over last year's attendance. So clearly the importance of this event in the employee ownership landscape here in Ireland is permeating through the corporations and through the professionals that support them.
Primarily it's to make sure people share in the growth of the business and that they feel rewarded as a result of the company's success. There's nothing worse in an organisation where you have a few senior people get rewarded at the top and then down the line they have no opportunity to share in that success. So we had always at the outset decided that we were going to have a share save scheme where we could involve all employees.
The biggest takeaway is the commitment from the Minister that we're going to have a review in 2020, and it looks like, not even in code, that we're going to have some form of additional tax relief. I thought the case studies from the two companies was excellent, because it would show to us all in reality how this works, is the engagement of the employees, and actually they're making money out of it, which at the end of the day is important from the individual's perspective.
Employee share ownership and that ethos of investing in Diageo and taking part in the savings plans is something that actually our employees encourage amongst themselves, as well as the company encouraging it. So it's something that we do feel really passionately about, and we're really happy to see the return as well when the share price performance delivers well for our employees.
Employee ownership has worked for a long time satisfactorily, if not well, in the public company sector, the stock market sector. But it's always been difficult to gain traction in the unlisted company sector, which is a huge part of the economy. We found a solution which so far appears to be working very well. I have to say, inspired a little bit by what happens in the United States, called an employee ownership trust, in which you don't necessarily need to have individual ownership. And then how do you set these things up? Well, you encourage existing business owners who are ready to sell into the EOT with a slightly favourable tax treatment. It doesn't need to be huge, it just needs to be enough to nudge people.
Very positive news from the Minister today in relation to the fact that government are fully behind employee share ownership in this country now, and that we have a commitment and buy-in from government in relation to improving employee share ownership plans across the board, not just for public companies but also for the private companies operating in Ireland.